PokeRamble Podcast.
On this week's episode, there's a lot to talk about, especially in the realm of Pokemon Go, where I Kalos believe my luck, because I was fenneking because I didn't think I'd get all the Gen 6 starters, but Froakie, I had it covered. Anyway, let's put a chest spin in that, and let's go on to the show. Welcome to episode 26 of the PokeRamble Podcast, where I just nailed that intro, sort of. I'm your host, Kamel, and I'm joined, as always, by the Battle Frontier brain himself, Amit.
How did you do that first time?
I managed to sort of cover the bits I got wrong somehow.
Were you practicing in the mirror?
No. I did like one run before we went live, and that's it.
All right.
Yeah, it's really hard to make Froakie into a pun. But yeah.
I will do nothing but make Froakie puns for the rest of this episode now.
Thank you very much. Well, I hope one person doesn't make Froakie puns, and that's Mecha Shadow 12, aka Andrew. Say hello.
Well, see, the thing is, you should have checked with me first because I'm all about the puns. So
Like,
you might have
was,
bit off more than you could.
That's all right.
Yeah.
You hop in here and give it all you got.
Yeah, Froakie was like rhyming with low key for me. That's where I was going with that. Yeah. But yeah, it's just a hard thing to do. Yeah, no, it's good to have you, especially when you said you wanted to talk about some stuff to do with Pokemon Masters and DNA. I thought we've got to have him on as a guest, especially with Amit's tendencies to ramble on a bit. I thought let's bring someone else to like what's the word? Put wood into the fire. I don't know. Yeah.
So before we get into all of that, can I just, for completeness, start with a very small apology, which is in the heat of last week's episode Pikachu.
Oh, yeah. You did a lot. You said a lot of stuff.
But I do just want to make a small apology to say that I did say that it sounded like Gloria had a speech impediment. I'm not trying to make fun of people with a speech impediment or who have difficulty in speaking. I was just trying to emphasize how poorly voice acted that character was. I do want to make sure that anyone who's listening to the podcast who has a speech impediment or anything else, please don't feel like we're judging you, making fun of you. Certainly that was not my intention. I just want to say that for completeness, and we'll roll back into the jokes now.
Yeah, Mecha Shadow doesn't have anything to apologize for, apart from his absolutely wonderful microphone that doesn't work.
Exactly.
So, you're the first ever guest of the PokeRamble Podcast. How does it feel?
Well, I'm not gonna write you a love song about it, but
there we go.
Here we go.
but it's something I've always wanted to do. It's like I've listened to so many podcasts, starting from just the main Kind of Funny, Achievement Hunter, Rooster Teeth, and then just trickling down to all the Kind of Funny best friends and all their different podcasts, and then all of a sudden, friend of the show, Ambelina, Erica, was telling me about that you had a PokeRamble podcast, and then I heard that you were actually talking about Pokemon Masters, which I never get to talk to with anybody about because nobody.
I felt like that for a long time, dude. It's
the basis of Kamel and my friendship is literally that I have no one else to talk to about Pokemon. Like I just drive everyone nuts about it, and I drove my cousin so nuts that he was like, "Look, I have this friend. Go talk to him instead." And I was like, "All right then."
It's funny because it's true. So for people who don't know you, Mecha, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes, hello. I'm Andrew. I used to stream on my Twitch channel, Mecha Shadow 12, but had to stop there during the pandemic just because I was working on my regular job and then picking up side gigs. But like I said, I'm a Kind of Funny best friend. I do pop into a lot of different streams with the Kind of Funny best friends. I am part of Kinda NYC, which is now rebranded to 61 Indie.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm one of their moderators there for their Twitch streams.
That's cool.
And then I'm just hanging out with them back when we used to be able to hang out. And more or less, I love video games. I love anime, music, all the norms as everyone.
Pretty much. I like how mainstream anime's gotten now. Where everyone's just like everyone's cool with it. Everyone's just watching it. Having a good time. Because why not?
Yeah, of course. Now I do have an interesting past with Pokemon because.
Oh yeah, please tell us.
I started off, with Gen 1 Pokemon Blue. I did, actually catch all 151 there.
Oh my god! Wow,
That's impressive.
That's something.
With legitimate trading and strategies, or
The only non-legitimate strategy I got was a Game Shark for Mew because I wasn't
It's
able
impossible to get
participate in
Mew
that.
otherwise.
Yeah.
Did you ever try Nugget Bridge?
That's a glitch, though, isn't it?
No, I didn't.
It's a glitch, but it's perfectly within the capability of the game.
Oh, it's all perfectly legal.
Oh, it's all perfectly legal. But no, back then, I didn't know much about like all the tricks and stuff like that. Like there was always be that rumor. It's like, oh, if you go surf and strength here and you push a truck or whatever.
I remember when I was young, like someone told me, like if you look outside this window after you do the Elite Four the second time, like there's 3 more gym leaders you can face on these islands and stuff like that, and it was supposed to be the Orange Islands and stuff like that. I was like, wow, really? Being a kid, not having the internet and stuff like that.
There are only 2 glitches in Red and Blue that are really worth talking about. The first is obviously the Nugget Bridge glitch, which if we haven't talked about before, I'll talk about properly on another episode, and I'll do all the research on it properly. But basically, it's a way where you trick a trainer into starting a battle with you, and then you teleport away, and it triggers an encounter with a random Pokemon. That's the first one. And then the second one is that you can encounter Pokemon that are over level 100 by surfing on the east coast of Cerulean Island. No, Cinnabar Island, Cinnabar Island on the east coast, and you can encounter Safari Zone Pokemon and over level 100 Pokemon. So I think I have like a level 142 Mewtwo, which is more famously known as the Missing No glitch because the only way to encounter Missing No. More on that another time.
Well, that one thing's for sure, you're missing no glitches. Let's go on to our first segment, shall we? What's Pokemon going on? Yep, this is the part of the show where we talk about Pokemon Go. So the big thing to say here is Gen 6 is here in Pokemon Go. We've had an event for the past week, and yes, I finally caught all 3 Gen 6 starters. And let me tell you...
The promotional artwork, before you get into it, the promotional artwork that I've seen everywhere, it looks incredible.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And it's the first time I've seen a physical poster for Pokemon Go in a long time. And I've not been outside the house in a while, but it's the first time I've seen a physical poster for Pokemon Go in a long time.
Not looking hard enough, that's for sure. I guess in this sort of landscape and environment, sure, I can understand it, but usually you would get stuff like this all the time when they're releasing Pokemon. Mecha, you into your Pokemon Go at all?
So I have a love-hate relationship with Pokemon Go.
Don't blame you.
I was on the train when it first started. I was walking around my town trying to catch them all, But the thing is that after that initial burst where everyone, like the whole world seemed like they were playing Pokemon
Dude,
Go.
it was crazy, like meeting strangers in the park at 2 a.m., just playing Pokemon with them. It's crazy. It was crazy, dude.
Hey, why were you in a park at 2 a.m.?
Oh, I live near this place called Croydon.
We can't talk about that on the podcast.
Yeah, I live near this place called Croydon, and there's this one park that had like 3 Pokestops and like a gym, and like it was just basically like a hub for all like the Croydon trainers to go to and just talk and play Pokemon. So yeah, it solved world peace.
The joke that non-UK people miss is that Croydon is like the Brooklyn of London. It's like the rough area where they'll shank you.
I think like in terms of stabbings is like the highest in the UK, Croydon.
Yeah. So being in a park at 2 a.m. in Croydon is not a good way to spend your time.
And that just emphasizes how much Pokemon Go, contributed to world peace for that 1 month or so, So yeah, no.
Yes. So I was playing a bunch then, and then I stopped. And then when my office moved to a different location, the location was near the water. And since it was back then where
Magikarp.
the GPS location, well, not Magikarp, yes, because I had got a Gyarados. But what would happen is I was like on the 26th floor, so like my GPS would like actually move around, like around the block. So I'd be able to catch Pokemon on my desk without doing anything. So I got back into it that way. And then on and off, I'll jump in because I do have some friends who still play to this day. And they're like hardcore, like trying to get every shiny. They do every event and stuff. So I'll jump on when something looks pretty interesting. But the funny thing is that near my apartment, Like not even like just as soon as I log in, I have an Eevee spawn that's in my little rural area. So I've been able to have like almost have every evolution, which is surprising. A lot of people, obviously, it's very hard to get that because they're very rare.
Yeah, I mean, the game's changed a lot in terms of spawns. There's more spawns now, even if you live in a rural area. There's more like events that influence like different sources of spawns and stuff like that. I did have a question about your office near the water. Did you ever find any Dratinis and stuff like that?
Dratinis. I believe so because I do have like a couple in my Pokedex.
I just remember like logging in and seeing people go to the city of London near the Thames and get so many Dratinis and Dragonites. I'm like, oh man.
Yeah, so I was going to say, when I was working in Canary Wharf, that was absolutely a Dratini nest. And because I had the same thing, I was in a tall office, so I was just walking around the wharf all day without having to leave my desk, and I was catching everything. But a lot of Dratini.
Lucky guys. And you also had to be lucky during this event currently to get these starters, because Jesus, like in the first 5 days, good luck finding one of these guys, but they eventually started getting a bit more common, and then they stopped being so common. Like I think Saturday was like the peak, and then it quietened down again on Sunday, and yeah, today again I've hardly found any sort of Gen 6 starters. I think Froakie out of all of them was the hardest. I've only got one Froakie. I've got about 8 Fennekin and 2 Chespins. So yeah. No.
Cool.
This is the celebration of Kalos being introduced to Pokemon Go, and I just wanted to ask everybody. Kalos introduced Mega Evolutions. What's your favorite Mega Evolution? Go on, Amit. You go first. I'm putting you on the spot.
I had to think for a second. I think I really like. I was going to say Mega Scizor because I feel like
I was going to say you're a Scizor kind of guy.
I love Scizor, and I like Mega Scizor just because it feels like a really sort of mecha robot beat 'em up Power Rangers type machine, and I love it. So I'll go for Scizor.
Mecha just DM'd me saying don't run with Scizors. No, I'm just throwing him under the bus there. What about you, Mecha? Have you so is it Mega Pinsir for you, or?
Well, see, that's the interesting thing is that, like I was saying before, like with my Pokemon history, I went from Gen 1, Gen 2, and then I stopped.
Oh, okay.
And then I didn't get back into Pokemon until Let's Go, Sword and Shield, and then Pokemon Masters and Pokemon Go. So
that's actually really interesting to hear that you've actually got into Pokemon Masters, even though like most of the generations you've decided to skip. That's
well, that's the one thing I like about Pokemon Masters itself, and why my choice would be Mega Charizard, because I have a red who does have Mega Charizard. I mean, the black and blue just makes it look so badass.
See, dude, that's my exact same choice. So it's Mega Charizard X for me. Like, I love Charizard Shiny, and then you give me a Charizard with blue flames. That's now a dragon. Like, come on, dude. Like, you can't get any better than that. And for me, it was one of the most fun Pokemon to use in Gen 6, competitive wise. It was just so fun rocking up in like, OU singles and just having a Mega Charizard there to ruin people's days, especially Heatrans. They hated him.
Am I the only one who thinks that shiny Charizard is the wrong kind of black?
If you're talking about Mega shiny Charizard X, yes, because it's more
just regular Charizard when it's shiny. It feels like it's the wrong. It's not black enough. Like it's black, but it's not black. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. I can agree.
I'm glad it made sense to one of us. Like,
I've been waiting for this moment for someone to actually get the random stuff that comes out of my head.
No, because I do have the shiny egg in Pokemon Masters for Charizard, and the black it's like a muted black. Like it's not a
proper black. And then I went and looked up the sprites for shiny Charizard because I've only recently just got one in Sword and Shield. I've never had one before, and yeah, they're like it's slightly off black. It's really upsetting. Just make the thing black. Anyway, I'm moving on.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Well, hang on. In Pokemon Go, it looks alright, but I can see this promotional artwork, and it's like, ooh, It's a bit more like a purpley sort of black.
Yeah, there's like a pinky purple going on.
I get it. I get it.
I'm glad it's not just me. Okay, you can carry on now.
Well, Mecha said he was a huge fan of Gen 2, and have I got news for you? Because on the 14th, which is next Monday, we've got a Jesse and James and a Shiny Celebi event happening in Pokemon Go.
That's right.
You're going to have the opportunity to get yourself a Shiny Celebi in Pokemon Go. So not to be missed. Not to be missed.
Do we want to say why?
Oh, well, why is this event happening?
Yes.
Go for it.
So it's a tie-in to the movie Secrets of the Jungle.
It is indeed.
Pokemon Secrets of the Jungle.
Yes, it is indeed. I don't know what else to say. It is. Yes.
It's surprising just how many events we've had that tie into this movie, like, because it's pretty normal to get a distribution in the mainline games, and we've got Zarude and Shiny Celebi and Sword and Shield. Pokemon Masters have done something. Pokemon Go is doing something. I don't remember, even for the more recent movies, like the one with Zeraora.
Yeah, the Power of
yeah,
Us.
the Power of Us. I was going to say the Power of One, and like I'm sure that came out 30 years ago, but the Power of Us. Like I don't remember there being that much momentum around it.
No, there wasn't. So maybe it's because they've had a lot more time to, plan this stuff out, or if they are now just realizing with Pokemon Go, with Pokemon Masters, with the anime, that they want to make a single universe now, so you mesh them all together and want to have that sort of continuity. There we go, I got the word out. So
nailed it.
Yeah, because you see with the anime at the moment, there's elements of the anime where it does very much seem like they've pulled stuff from Pokemon Go and shoved it in the anime now. Like, for example, when Go throws his Pokeball, his Pokedex will go, nice, or great, or excellent. And that does...
as a tie-in to...
Yeah, that does
Pokemon
carry
Go.
over to the Japanese version as well. So it's still in English, which is quite funny. But yeah, I think they're trying to blend everything together. So if you're a fan of the anime, they want you to be playing Pokemon Go. If you're playing Pokemon Go, they want you to be playing Pokemon Masters and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, that's it for Pokemon Go news. Unless anyone else has got anything to say about Pokemon Go.
No, just I'm excited to see where it goes. We love Gen 6.
Oh man, I was gonna say let's go to the next segment, but I already started playing the jingle. I'm so mad. All right, let me try that again. Let's go to the next segment. So you want to be a Pokemon Masters? I can't really do it today. My mouth.
Shall I do it for you?
Go on.
So you want to be a Pokemon Masters?
There we are. So
You're
actually,
welcome.
it's a good thing we didn't record yesterday because bam, we got some stuff today. What stuff, you ask? Well, can I give you a Regirock? Can I give you an EX Brendan? I don't know if his name. Yeah, Brendan. And with a Syncred too. So where do you want to...
And Dawn as well.
Yeah. Where do you want to start? Well, Dawn's always had a Syncred.
No, 6-star.
6-star. Sorry. There we are.
6-star.
Oh, I should go image. Never mind.
It's all right.
Mecha, are you a fan of Brendan at all? Is he your boy?
Oh, he's one of my top strikers, pretty much.
Yeah, that's fair enough. That is fair enough. He's pretty good. And
I didn't realize quite how good Brendan was because I never bothered to get Dauntless on him until his grid came out, and I was like, I should put some investment in. He's a really good striker, self-sufficient, particularly now with his grid, which I'm sure we'll talk about more in a second, but he's a really good striker.
Do you know what? Controversially, I don't think his grid's all that, to be honest with you. I think it's okay.
There's two or three standout things in his grid, and I'm sure we'll talk about it properly in a minute. But there's two or three things in the grid.
There's one build where I can see, okay, this is a specific build for a specific team, and there's another build where I'm like, well, this is clearly for his 6-star EX. So should we just get into his sync grid then, and just talk about his sync grid?
Yeah, let's do it.
So you've got the usual stuff with Bullet Seed, and you've got Move Gauge, Refresh 3, and Staggering 1, which like flinches opponents and stuff like that. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know whether the flinch chance happens on every single individual hit, because if it does, that's insane.
That's always been the question, yeah.
I'm sure someone is testing that or has tested that. That would be insane. But even if it isn't, that's not bad.
You got some Leaf Storm stuff. I mean, he's got Mind Swell too, which I think Blue's got, but I don't think you should be running stuff like Mind Swell 2 on your Brendan, to be honest with you. I think you should be keeping Dauntless on there and going for
Andrew, I'd be really interested for your thoughts on this, Andrew, but my take on Brendan, so Brendan has got a number of tiles in his sync grid that basically help him regain special attack after he loses it from using Leaf Storm. So Mind Swell helps with that, and there's other tiles as well that can maximize or repair the drop in special attack after he uses Leaf Storm. Personally, for me, I'm still running Dauntless on my Sceptile.
Yeah.
And for, I'm picking up the tiles that just boost damage across the board. What about you?
Oh yeah, that's the thing. I'm running Dauntless on mine too because those lucky the cookies really can change sync pairs up when it comes to when they lose stats for certain attacks and everything like that. So I haven't actually updated my sync grid yet.
No, same.
Because I did all my stuff in the morning for the just like getting all the sync grids and everything like that. I haven't updated it yet because I wanted to just wait until to see if there's any, because what I do is I follow a lot of people who do like sync grid comparisons and everything like that.
Cool.
So I want to get like that, but since I'm already running the Dauntless, I'm probably not going to feed into anything about that because I don't have to worry about losing special attack anymore.
Yeah,
and the trade-off really is taking the increased damage from the grid versus not having to run Dauntless and running Critical Strike 2, for example. But I think, and I'm sure people will do the calculations, but given that there's no guaranteed way to restore the special attack stat, just in terms of sheer DPS, it feels like the grid without the special attack buffs is the way to go. And running...
Someone's already done the maths on that on the subreddit last weekend.
There we go.
Yeah.
Clever people.
Yeah, Dauntless is still the premier thing to have on your Sceptile.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely an argument if you're going to run it alongside, for example, Lyra. The Sun kit that Sceptile has access to is probably the strongest Sun kit we've seen on a sync pair for a while. Speeding Sun, solar power, so more damage, more gauge recharge. It's a really good thing to have, and it also has a solar shield as well, which means it doesn't lose. It can't be affected by special conditions in weather, which is not that helpful because you're never putting Sceptile as a tank, but it's still handy to have, and it's got a reasonably good Sun kit. And then it's also just got other kind of standard synergy of move gauge refresh and more accuracy on Leaf Storm, which is a big one. And
it's huge.
Yeah, and just generally speaking, I mean, it's already such a self-sufficient striker, but the one tile for me that really stands out is Amped Up, which after landing a critical hit guarantees a speed boost.
Yep.
Which basically turns Sceptile into needing support for speed to being entirely self-sufficient. So it is just like Lycanroc now, and so this is night form Lycanroc or
midnight form.
Midnight form. There you go. There was a word I was looking for. It makes it entirely self-sufficient, which is really, really cool.
And you pair that up with ramming speed, which powers up his moves more. The speed's been risen, and like inertia as well. Which
your favorite tile, inertia.
Your sync move just becomes an absolute nuke. I mean, I'll probably be running that build, the speed build plus nuke syncs. Just be doing maximum damage.
Yeah, and that's the build I've gone for day one as well. Just it seems the logical thing to do if you're running Dauntless.
Yeah, it just seems a bit of a waste for die hit plus MP refresh unless you're doing like filler. But I don't see why you would use Brendan necessarily for filler stuff.
Yeah, some people like him, but the one thing it's a shame that there is no more co-op because this would make Sceptile a premier co-op sync pair.
Yes,
it's a shame. But we'll get onto the angry in a minute.
Yeah. Talking about angry, the beep beep boop 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 thing, Regirock is here.
Yeah, almost out of nowhere, really. Not sort of teased much. We thought we were getting a new Legendary Arena. Oh no, he's Legendary Sync pair next year, isn't it? But no, it's nice that they're sort of stacking events back to back to back, and Regirock's the first Legendary Arena that's actually put up a fight, big time.
And why might that be?
So, it's got a number of really handy passives, but the two that stand out is that you cannot lower its stats. Apart from if you score a critical hit, in which case you guarantee 1 defense drop.
Mm-hmm.
And Regirock will happily spam Iron Defense to get his defense back up. But what's really interesting...
oh, God damn it.
What's really interesting is he also, when he uses Iron Defense, pulls up a crit shield. So unless you have access to defog or a way to get around that crit shield...
Break.
Brick Break does not work.
Damn.
You cannot remove. You cannot basically land any more crits until that shield ends. Defog is a viable option, but you can't land critical hits until it ends. And what that means is you can't drop his defense. So he gets a bit of a defense boost off on defense, and then you can't get him back down. And that crit shield does make a massive difference in terms of just doing damage quickly. There is a way around it. There is a Pokemon out there that's designed to beat Regirock, but I won't spoil it, and I'll let you figure it out for yourselves.
Sorry, what do you mean, Craignol?
No, there's literally a Pokemon who is specifically designed to deal with Regirock.
Are you talking about Gloria?
They may or may... Well, I mean, Gloria's a steel type and does massive amounts of damage, but no, there is a Pokemon capable of ignoring crit shield.
Are you talking about Steven?
No.
Oh, I'm curious now. I'm really curious. Do we all have him?
If you're logging into the game today, you absolutely have. Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yep.
Oh no. Who is this?
It's the beast.
There's too many beasts.
It's the... Do you want me to say it?
Yeah, just say it.
Yeah,
Just say it.
It's the beast that devours the sun.
Oh!
So Sunsteel Strike on Solgaleo ignores crit shield.
That is so smart. I haven't used Solgaleo since it first came out.
Well, it seems a bit too much of a coincidence that his event rerun has relaunched today alongside Regirock. It's too good to not miss.
Wow, I probably still won't use him, but wow. Oh wow. Well, there you go, Mecha. You got an easy, surefire strategy to beat the thing.
I still haven't, by the way, beaten Regirock with
I'm too tired to even bother.
with
today.
only 3 sync pairs. So the best I've done so far is 6. I cannot do it in 3.
I reckon you can probably just do it with Blue and Steven.
Oh, I'm sure people have. I'm sure people have
Yeah.
done it with, like, you know, a Blue and a 3/5 Steven and a 3/5 Blue, but I don't have either of those.
Yeah, because Steven, like, I upgraded my Steven to 2 out of 5 now because I had a candy. And he's got recuperation. It just, you know, puts him back at full health. It's like, oh, wonderful. And he's tanky enough to take hits, so... Yeah.
There you go.
Have you had a favorite Legendary Arena mecha, or do you feel indifferent about them?
Well, the interesting thing about Legendary Arenas for me was, even though I've been playing since the beginning, I think it took maybe a month off randomly throughout that time, because I was a little upset about Legendary Arenas, was back then I wasn't really, I was just more or less trying to use all my strikers to the best of their ability and, hope for the best. It wasn't until I started reaching out into the YouTube space and, like, seeing different skill pairs and sync pairs and, like, actually, like, going to the nitty gritty when it comes to the sync grid, that I started liking them again, because personally, before I didn't use a lot of sync pairs like Swanna and Skyla, and especially like Misty with their Starmie. Like, those two now are my main two that I use whenever I do the Pokemon League or just like anything. Because of the
Swan is just insane, dude.
Oh yeah,
she's like,
and we've talked about Misty as well. Like, I completely agree. Misty for me has gone from being fringes to one of my main support pairs. I totally agree.
Exactly. So, like, when it comes to Legendary Arenas now, I did like the Entei one the most, only because I remember as a kid watching the Pokemon movie with Entei, and I remember trying to catch Entei in Pokemon Silver and then playing again in Soul Silver, and to be, trying to fight this legendary beast. Because to me, that's like one of the legendary beasts I actually fought in the games. The other ones, I knew they're legendary, like the Latios and everything like that, and now Regirock. I'm seeing them now because now I'm actually more into the Pokemon space, like watching different streamers do like Pokemon Emerald runs where they're only using items, to win and stuff. So now I'm learning all these different stories, especially now at Pokemon Masters as well. So Entei always is for me is my favorite one, only because I remember how crazy that movie was back then, and like getting the card, back when we used to go to movie theaters. And
Oh,
you'd get
that's a cool thing to have collected. Nice.
Yeah, so it's like that one was special to me because I was like, oh wow, this is serious because Entei is a serious Pokemon.
And it's just a cool design as well. He's got a cool design as well. He looks like a boss. And he had like that lava backdrop as well, which was really cool. I love how they give remixes to all these legendary Pokemon. It's just great.
I mean they always knock the soundtracks out of the park. I actually really like the Regirock one. It's very authentic to the Regis, and I really like it.
You know how crazy I've become having to listen to that theme over and over and over and over again when soft resetting for shinies. So it's nice.
Yeah,
it's nice. I've got something different in my ears now. It's familiar but different. But yeah, that's Pokemon Go for now. There isn't much really. I think the Christmas sync pairs should be in the game soon. So I guess probably.
I have one thing I want to talk about.
Yeah, go for it.
Just Pokemon Masters in general. One, I do also believe that Gloria should have been Scottish.
Yeah, yeah,
because
absolutely.
Just every fan art you would see on Twitter or whatever would be with the Scottish accent.
I maintain. I don't understand why they never made it canon, but she's got tartan socks, and that's enough for me. Like, I know there's no official, like, oh, she's Scottish or she's from the north or whatever, but tartan socks. No one wears tartan socks in England.
If you're from the north and you want Amit's address, please let me know in the comments below. Oh dear. I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking.
And yeah, like to me, like I was very confused about that. That and also her not having one of the starters like a Score Bunny or a Sobble.
It's just weird that she just walks up from Legendary, just like, hey, what's up? Like, what?
That was the biggest one for me. Is they've been very, very good up till now about putting one, protagonists with starters, and two, very, very good about not giving putting legendary sync pairs in the gacha. And Gloria broke both of those rules. And we were speculating when we knew Gloria was coming. Like, we thought it might be Inteleon, or we didn't think it'd be Cinderace, but like, Rillaboom or whatever it might be. It just felt very out of place.
Yeah, it was all part of the bait now. This new sort of strategy they're going for, I guess. I mean, you know when Silver rocks up with his Ho-Oh, you're like, okay, I get it. I get why he's got a Ho-Oh. It makes sense because of the story. But like Glorianization out of nowhere,
there's no canon for that at all anywhere.
Yeah, but Pokemon Masters is his own thing, and hey, it's here now. Deal with it.
Well, also, I do have to say that I did appreciate the advice last week with the strategy.
Oh yeah, that helped me a ton as well.
Because I used that along with another strategy, and then I was able to. It was funny enough. The day before the event ended, I actually got a Gloria.
Oh,
that's a game changer. That's a game changer.
I was happy and upset at the same time because I was happy to get the Gloria, but then once I started, instead of getting, around 3K each, go around, I was getting at least 5K. And I was like, well, if I would have got this Gloria at the beginning, instead of me, because I think I barely got into the B tier by the end of it. If
you
I would
remember
have
how
had
many
Gloria,
points you were on at all?
It was at least, I could check right now, but I think it was at least 500K.
Yeah, you would have been. Because the cutoff was about 490 when it ended. Because I couldn't sleep last night, so I was awake and I saw the cutoff was at 490.
Were you watching it live?
I was just looking at my phone every now and again. I was like, it's nearly 6 o'clock, so I kept checking for the cutoff because I wanted to see. Because I've played events like this in other games, and like literally in the last hour, like the cutoff points will jump like drastically because people are all trying to do the same thing and like trying to squeeze into that tier. So everyone's constantly refilling their sort of energy to get to the next tier. So I was just having a look and seeing how far it stretched, and it didn't stretch more than about 10K, I'd say. So yeah,
it wasn't. I mean, so I was. Let's talk about the event, and then I'll make my confession at the end. But I was up at the end as well, just watching how quickly it was going up, and there wasn't this big jump at the end. Actually, I was quite surprised.
I mean, I was sitting comfortably anyway at 506. Just no refills, nothing like that. Just playing from the start. And
final cutoffs. Let me go bottom up. So to get to D, you needed 268k. Rank C was 397k. Rank B was 490k. Rank A was 618k. Top 18,000 was 836k. And then you're into the millions. So top 12,000 was 1,184k. Thousand, and then top 6,000,
1.7. Yeah, I remember.
1.76 million.
Yeah.
Forget that.
That's not impossible if you've got Gloria from the start. That's fine.
Yeah, so if you do the calculations, you can work out the maximum score achievable with a non-Gloria team. And I'll allow, not that anyone does, but I'll allow a 5-5 Steven or a 5-5 Jasmine, because why not? You could not have smashed 1 million. Yeah,
No.
I think you could have got. I think the maximum was like 1.1 million, assuming you bought all the stamina you could buy with your gems. You got a perfect score on every run. You leveled up, I think, twice, and everything else. Like, it's insane.
A tier was really achievable, but I just, on principle, after last week, I'm like, I'm not giving them any of my refills. You can get stuffed.
So I absolutely left the podcast last week with that mentality.
Yeah, I know what you're going to say as well. How dare you, sir?
And then I did some maths, and I realized that if I spent a couple of gems, I would be 800 gems better off. So I did do a couple of stamina refills, and I may have finished at rank A. Maybe.
Oh, damn.
Oh, wow.
You wasted your time and your money. Well done, mate.
That's the thing I want to complain about. What is the point of an event where you literally have to do the same thing like 30 times? Why put skip tickets in the game? Just let me copy my score from the last battle.
Hang on. You can't have your cake and eat it. You can't say, oh, there's nothing to do in this game, and then say, oh, let me use my skip tickets, and say, oh, I'm only getting 2 minutes out of the game, and they're taking all my money. Come on, dude.
Putting the same battle in 5,000 times is not content.
That's the event. It's not unique. That's all I'm saying. And you gladly said, okay, DNA, let me reward you with my time. Let me reward you.
Two things made me want to do it. One, I wanted the 4-star candy because I wanted to get my Viola to 3-5. And then today, the goddamn 4-star tech candy comes out as a reward for the Solgaleo prize pool. So I didn't need that anyway. And then I got a bunch of gems that I wouldn't have got otherwise. So, yeah.
All I'm saying is, I think Mecha might be my co-host next week. I feel disgusted talking with you right now.
Listen, I hate myself as much as I hate this game.
Fair enough.
Before you say that, I also spent some gems.
Mecha, you're excused because you didn't come on the podcast last week and give this big speech and then go against everything you said.
No, listen. I maintain this event is terrible, and if they ever run it again, I'm gonna uninstall the game because the leaderboard thing is. I should not have been up last night at 5 o'clock in the morning, trying to run my last couple of battles because I scraped. I got 623k. The cutoff was 618k for rank A. I scraped it, but I don't want to have to live in a life where I have to get up at 5 in the morning to do something for a shitty game.
Well, you did it, and it's not the first time you've done that. Actually,
no, I know, and that's what I hate about it. Right? It's not the first time I've done it for Masters.
The second god in the chat says he subscribed. Thank you very much. And he got top 500 in the prestige event. Jesus,
that's crazy. What sync move was your Gloria? I'd be really curious. What sync strength was your Gloria? But that's it. Yeah, incredible. Well done, you. Top 500 is an incredible achievement.
But yeah, I mean, if you're gonna commit, you gotta commit. You gotta start pulling for the Glorias and stuff like that. 5 in the morning, 3 out of 5 star. He says.
Nice.
That's really good. That's really good.
That's nice.
But yeah, I don't know why they decided to make it a PvP event. That's what we are with life. I've made my peace with it. Good luck to everybody else. And yeah,
Becca, did you come on specifically to complain about this event? Just out of curiosity.
I just wanted to talk Pokemon Masters with people in general. But yeah, I mean, because like I said, I've never been more happy and upset to get a sync pair in the game since it started. Because it's like, cool, I have it now. Now I have this awesome sync pair. But if I had never gotten it, I'd be fine because I'd probably be in the lower B, but I'd still be there. But once I got it, I was like, well, now I'm gonna put some gems in so I can try to maybe get to A. And even then, I was like, now it's too late now. So it's like, what was the point of that?
As Admiral Akbar once said, it's a trap. It's a trap.
I mean, I still refused to pull on Gloria's banner purely because of the voice actress.
Nope. I don't believe anything you say. We're moving on to the next segment.
I can validate that I didn't pull on the banner.
I said we've moved on to the next segment, which is TCG. CCS 1, 2, 3. Oh dear. So yeah, actually, I've got some...
We have the best TCG news ever.
Well, no. You wait right there, young man, because this is the other great TCG news.
Okay.
Shining Fates! Yay! Shiny Pokemon.
Oh, that was... Well, I guess that was kind of... It was definitely not the great news I was talking to, but this is awesome. The Shining Fates set, we've talked about the Japan name for it, which is Shining or Stars or something like that.
Yeah, let's go for Shining Stars.
Something similar. But it's an incredible set. The artwork for this set is some of the best ever. There's a chance to get shiny cards. Like, what more do you want? This is a great set. If you're even just like a casual collector and you want to get some cool cards, this is a great set to go and pick up.
So I haven't seen the full set list yet because I don't think it's out, but this set's coming out in February.
It's on Bulbapedia and I think Pokebeach as well now.
Oh, excellent. I'll have a look at Bulbapedia for like set card list. But I just saw the Pikachu V and I'm like, do you remember we were at the Pokemon Virtual Fest and that one of these cards popped up and I was like, yeah, I like that card.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Well, I think I put that card specifically on the podcast saying it's one of the best promo artworks I've ever seen for a TCG card.
Yeah.
And that's promo Pikachu. That's not even the super cool one. It's so cool. It's so lifelike.
And it comes with what, 4 Shining Fates packets, so I'm definitely going to be buying that box. There are some Vivid Voltage stuff I want to buy, but I'm probably going to get like separate cards rather than like packs. If I do see some cool blisters with like a promo card, I might invest. But yeah.
Well, you still need to get your promo Leon and your promo Hitmontop, right?
Charizard with Leon and Hitmontop with B. Yeah, I do need to get those two. So those are my focus really. But yeah, some cool TCG set coming in February. Also,
Mecca, are you just out of curiosity? Are you into any of the new TCG sets?
Well, this interesting thing is for the new ones. I actually like watch 1 or 2 YouTube channels that they started pulling different cards and trying to get that Rainbow Charizard. So like I've actually been getting back into just like knowing about the TCG again.
Oh, okay.
So when I heard about because those YouTubers were actually talking about Shining Fates coming out and how excited they were about it. So I was like, cool, I can't wait to see what these cards look like because like some of the artwork on them are like really awesome, especially like the full, like if you have like a trainer card that's like the full art, so it looks like an actual like page from like a manga. It actually looks like super cool.
So those started in
Skylar. It's one of my prized possessions.
Yeah, they started in black and white, and that was back when I was playing TCG online. And those things were like gold dust. Everyone wanted full art cards.
I wanted an N really badly.
Full art N, full art Skylar, full art Bianca, Juniper. They were all there. Yeah, they're really popular. Yeah, I think worth a lot of money as well.
I'm funny with the TCG. Like, I'll just pick up whatever card looks cool. I rarely buy packets. I think the last time I was really buying packets and stuff like that was for the 20th anniversary when they had those boxes each month with the mythical Pokemon. And also when they released the XY Evolutions set. I really love that set. So,
yeah, but Shining Fates is definitely one that I'll buy a couple of packs. I've not bought packs of Pokemon cards in a long time.
Yeah, that Pikachu V box is coming home. I'm telling you right now. But actually, talking about anniversaries and stuff like that, Pokemon, so Pokebeach, have confirmed, and they're a good source for this kind of stuff, that for the 25th anniversary, there'll be more anniversary sets coming out. So I don't know what that is, but weirdly enough, before I read this news, I had a dream on Saturday night where I dreamt that the Rocket set got re-released. And I was telling everybody about it, and I woke up so disappointed.
Wait, Base Rocket?
Huh?
Base set Rocket.
Yes, base set Rocket.
Nice.
Like with the dark Pokemons and stuff, yeah. So maybe that'll come true. Can you imagine if that comes true? I'll look like bloody like the Mayans or something.
It was too weird that those cards had inverse power creep. Like all of those cards had terrible hit points. they were basically unusable compared to the original cards. Like normally when you release new sets of things, they're always more powerful, but the rocket cards were deliberately like weaker than all the regular cards.
Oh, actually, you can tell Mecca what your experiences with the TCG is, because you're actually one of the most famous people. I should know,
Okay,
but don't
let's
know.
let's tone it down. Let's tone it down. So, Pokemon Trading Card Game Online released in open alpha, and I joined the game in closed beta. Got very, very popular in the community, so to speak. Also, at that point, knew a couple of the moderators and developers, and then ended up basically being a member of the Elite Four for the community gym challenge in the trading card game. So the game, the Pokemon Trading Card Game Online has a gym challenge. You can go and play it anytime you want. But in the community run via the forums was this whole infrastructure of gym leaders and Elite Four, and I used to be one of the members of the Elite Four for the Pokemon Trading Card Game. So people would hit me up and they challenge me, and they would win prizes and packs and all sorts of stuff.
I thought you could say they would never win. Oh my god!
And then I was doing, and then I was supporting the Pokemon Company with a bit of moderating and development work on the forum at the same time.
So he
And then-
went into his
You didn't
TCG.
tell me I was going to be on a podcast with royalty.
You know?
You got to let a guy know about this ahead of
Listen,
time.
no, but hang on. And then I threw all of that in. I was playing video games for a living, right? And I threw all of that in to go to university. And then I quit university after 4 months, and I regret quitting Pokemon TCGO probably more than most other things I've done in my life.
Does that include the refills that you made? You went against your own principles.
That's not.
You dirty,
No, that's
dirty
not.
man.
That's not against my own principles. I don't. I had to think about it because my logic is the event's terrible, and I've openly said.
So instead of doing the inverse of not playing it, doing the minimum, you decided, let me go for the maximum here. Just why not? Give them all my time.
I think my logic was the event's going to happen either way. The rewards are coming out either way. I'd rather get more than little.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
But I
logic
didn't.
fuel.
The important thing is that net I was up 800 gems, and also I did not spend any real money. Those are my two lines in the sand.
Well, listen. I hope in 20 years you can admit to your mistakes like Uri Geller did, because Uri
Geller.
Do you just give people a recap if they haven't seen the episode about Uri Geller?
One of the oldest episodes of the PokeRamble podcast, Unown Fact of the Week, we talked about the fact that Kadabra was banned from the Pokemon TCG because of an ongoing lawsuit between the Pokemon Company and Uri Geller, the magician, for the likeness between Kadabra and Uri Geller. Because Uri Geller very famously did tricks with a spoon, and bending a spoon was his trick, and there was likenesses in his appearance and all that stuff. And the lawsuit went on for, nearly 20 years?
Yep.
And finally this week, Uri Geller has dropped the lawsuit, and we are getting Kadabra cards again.
And fair play to him. He apologized as well for it. I just imagine how many people are just spamming his inbox like, "Come on, man, I want a Kadabra real bad."
I want to know how much Uri Geller spent on legal advice and lawyers in the course of that 20-year period. Because the dude must have been rich at the peak of his career. Don't get me wrong. But to take on one of the biggest franchises in the world can't have been a cheap thing to do.
No, for sure.
And also, if he was doing no win, no fee, he didn't win, so he's got to pay them.
Does he? Because I thought
that's how no win, no fee works. If it's no win, no fee, and you lose, you pay.
I thought that he won the lawsuit, and that's why Nintendo couldn't do it. And
the lawsuit was just ongoing. It hadn't concluded.
Yeah, it was still. They hadn't. I was actually reading about that today, and it was interesting because it's like if you had an actual case, then the settlement, it would have been either settled or actually fought out in court. But since there wasn't as much true evidence about this, it just kept going and going and going.
So it's like having insufficient evidence for a case. So they hadn't concluded it. So he was still trying to sue the pants off the Pokemon Company until a couple of weeks ago.
Just full time for 1 second.
So I reckon what happened.
Hang on. Here's the Japanese name, right? Yungera. Yungera.
Listen, I'm not saying the Pokemon Company are innocent.
Yungera. are.
I'm not saying the Pokemon Company are innocent.
Come on. Like, I'm not saying they copied anybody. I'm just saying it's a fantastic coincidence.
I'm not saying they're innocent. I'm not.
Okay. Well, I'll be interested to see how they release this card. If they're going to do like a Pikachu box, like with a Kadabra instead.
You know how they sometimes do little clay art ones?
Yeah.
I hope it's Uri Geller holding a clay art Kadabra.
Oh my god.
That's what I want. I'll buy that card.
Unless Mecca's got anything to say about TCG, I'm going to move on.
Well, the thing is that one of the reasons why I actually got back into TCG is that my nephew started collecting.
Okay.
So he was getting on the newer cards, and then so I was trying to learn about some of the newer cards and stuff, and then it got me going back into my old collection of the original base set and Jungle and Fossil and stuff, and giving him the duplicates of all the non-rare ones. And now I'm like, it'd be interesting to like do this together, like get him a couple of boosters or something, or a box set, and try to find an awesome one for him for later on in life, or just to open packs again like a kid.
It's one of the best feelings, just opening it up into a pack, not knowing what's going to be in there. Man, I just like my friend at work. I had a guy that worked quite close to me, and he was telling me how he took out a loan to finish like the whole Gen 6 set, because he said to himself that I want to complete a Pokemon set, and he chose Gen 6, not realizing there was like 8 expansions to the TCG, so he ended up having to take a student loan just to be able to afford to complete his collection.
But my gosh,
he showed me all of his cards, like from start to finish, and all these sets, and I was like, it's just beautiful. It's just so beautiful, and I profited as well because I could buy like some of the duplicates and stuff like that. So I'm going to move on from the TCG.
That is commitment.
It's one of the funniest stories I've ever heard. But yeah, moving on. This segment is called Merch to Do About Nothing, and I know Mecca's gonna or Andrew is gonna enjoy that sort of punnery right there. Merch as in much to do. Anyway, Pokemon Company have got this really weird set coming out. It's called Project Thunderbolt, and like some of the Pokemon are just straight up got a black dye on them. So yeah, they'll be releasing like Pokemon with just a black dye on them.
Is this why there was a blacked out Pikachu behind one of the? There was a Pokemon Direct where there was just a blacked out Pikachu behind whoever was speaking.
Oh my god, yes! Oh my god, I completely forgot about that. And I remember
everyone in the chat was like, "Racist Pikachu, racist Pikachu."
Yeah, I guess that's. I didn't put two and two together. Yeah, absolutely. So that must be what Project Thunderbolt is about. Now I don't think it's releasing anytime soon, but this is like a preview of what you can expect from the series, essentially. Not something I'm going to be investing into because it just doesn't look right. But you might get your Charizard finally, guys. So hooray!
Oh man.
You asked for it.
We did ask for it. We did ask for it.
But I've got something even cooler than that, actually, and I'll pull it up now. Ditto sofa. How about that?
I saw this picture, and I was like, I need this in my life. Whether I have to just buy a regular sofa and a Sharpie, or if I can afford this for real, I need this in my life.
It looks so good, doesn't it?
So the Pokemon product I want more than anything at the moment is Pokemon Air. And we've talked about what it is and that you have to inflate Pikachu through his butt. But other than that, it's fantastic. Pokemon Air remains the piece of merch I want the most. And believe me, I've asked for it for Christmas. But beyond that, the next thing that I want is just a giant, like a Snorlax or a Ditto or a piece of furniture that I can just lie on.
I haven't got the image, but there is a Dragapult now. A massive Dragapult you can get. For exactly that.
What, to sleep on?
Well, I guess cuddle. I don't think sleep on.
It's all spindly. Yeah. How does that work?
Just have a look at it. Like, it's long tail and stuff like that. I guess you grab it from there, probably. I can't believe these words are coming out of my mouth.
Of all the Pokemon to pick, why would you want to cuddle a Dragapult? It's all like spectral and spindly.
Hey, look, it's someone's favorite Pokemon. Deal with it.
Yeah, it's true. It's
not
mine, though.
Not my president.
Don't even get me started. Someone in the U.S., don't even get me started.
As a famous woman once said, Pokemon go to the polls, people. It matters. And the last thing I've saved is this beautiful thing over here. Rayhan is getting a Figma with Duraludon.
That's a cool looking little set.
Yeah, and with Figmas, they always have like different sort of faces and like hands and like accessories, so you can like mix and match, you know, give them different poses and stuff like that. So yeah, this is coming out in September 2021, and it's coming with the Duraludon, and I think it's roughly going to be about £40 because that's usually what Figmas are about priced. But you could let's say £40 to £60 roughly. That's where it's going to be for this.
Is it part of? It's not part of the scale set, is it?
No, it's not. This is different. Yeah, Figmas are completely different from that. Yeah,
got it.
We had Gloria on one of the episodes recently, and she's a Figma as well. So,
oh, okay, makes sense.
Yeah, I'm still holding out for something from Kotop. I can't say the words. Hang on, 1 second. I got, but there we are. Kotobukiya. There we go. Because you've seen that Cynthia prototype I showed you and stuff like that. I want one of those for Rayhan. I'm not really into sort of figures where you're constantly like customizing them. I prefer like a set pose and take out the box and you can display it like that. So yeah, cool. Mecha, if you could get a figure of a trainer and a Pokemon, who would it be and why?
Ooh, I mean, I guess you could always have Red with Charizard is always a standard.
The Mega Charizard. We haven't had Red with Mega Charizard. We've had Red with Charmander. So yeah, give us a Mega Charizard X. Go on.
But like now with Pokemon Masters, as I'm learning more and more different sync pairs, like I would love a Cynthia because Cynthia, I just think it's so badass. With her kind of stuff, and then, but I also like other sync pairs like Rosa because or just getting the original gym leaders. Like it'd be very interesting to get like, okay, here's a set of the Elite Four with their main Pokemon, or like the gym leaders of a certain region that you're favored in. I think that would also be really cool to have.
Yeah, I'd love to see like a Claire and a sort of Kingdra, for example. That'd be awesome.
Pokemon Masters did wonders for Rosa.
Yeah, absolutely. Like she's easily like one of my favorite trainers of all time now because of Pokemon Masters. It's actually crazy. It's actually crazy. But she's so funny, you know? And I think that's the same with Elisa as well. Elisa's just hilarious as well. Like I didn't know she was into Pokemon puns and like she's just there with them now. It's brilliant. And I've just killed the conversation. It was brilliant.
No, it was I was just checking. It was Cynthia's birthday this week. Just putting that out there.
Fantastic.
Let's move on.
Yeah, great. I won't tell the chat what your nickname is. But yeah, no. What would you want? I didn't ask you. What would you want in terms of a figure?
I wouldn't mind Rosa and Superior. That would be pretty cool.
We've got that.
I have to say that Rosa. Oh, we got that one already.
Yeah.
No, I've changed my mind. I know what I want. I want Gloria and Zacian, and I will just hit it with hammers and chainsaws and anything else I can get my hands on. That's what I want.
Bloody hell.
Too soon? Too soon?
We're just going to move on. Where the Helioptile is Pokemon Sleep.
So 2 weeks ago, we agreed to pick up our pitchforks and free Fennel 2020.
I just Mecha, where is Pokemon Sleep?
It's hibernating. It's getting cold up there, so it's still sleeping.
Oh, are you telling me that it ate too much and is now hibernating?
Exactly. I mean, everyone's home ordering Uber Eats and Postmating stuff. It just got a little too much, and now it's resting for the year.
I think you might have nailed it. But
hibernating in a food coma.
Yeah.
What is this artwork you've got up on screen?
Oh, it's just like a meme that I just put together. Just like captioned, "Where is Pokemon Sleep?" There's a guy at a party by himself. Where is Pokemon Sleep? Everyone else is having fun.
That's me every episode on the podcast where I'm just like, where is it?
But what do your sources tell you? I mean, where is Pokemon Sleep?
Well, look, so 2 weeks ago, we agreed to get our pitchforks and free Fennel 2020. And so I started marching with my pitchfork and I got arrested. And I rested. And I rested.
You got us. You got us.
Oh, I hate this
Pokemon sleep, son.
so much. I really, really do. And one day it will be part of our misery. But it's being delayed to 2021. We know this. Moving on.
Would you believe that I set that up over 3 weeks?
I can always believe it. But what I don't believe is this Unknown Fact of the Week. Yeah.
So I always had trouble in Generation 1 trying to remember the order that the legendary birds are in the Pokedex. Turns out there's a really easy way to do it. Because they are named after the Spanish numbers 1, 2, and 3. So Arctic Uno, Zapdos, and Moltres 1, 2, and 3.
So, do you want to know what the Japanese ones are for the birds?
I can hear you tapping away, but I will. Yeah, I'd love to know.
So, well, one of them spoilers, maybe not, actually no spoilers. But so Moltres I didn't know, but Moltres is fire in Japanese.
Just the word fire.
Yeah, fire. Articuno's freezer.
Nice.
And what do you think Zapdos is?
Pikachu.
Thunder.
Oh, well,
literally, yeah. Thunder, freezer, fire. He's like,
wait, freezer is in the kitchen appliance.
Well,
or
yeah.
or the verb,
like freezer, as in FREEZER, freezer.
But like the kitchen appliance rather than like conjugation of a verb.
Probably the conjugation of the verb.
Deary me.
Hey,
creativity wasn't at an all-time high at that point,
actually,
was it?
in like to Japanese people, like, oh, that's a bloody cool name. Like that's.
I guess actually, it's pretty common for them to name things after, like, you know, thunder and fire and all that kind of stuff.
I think Ivysaur is like Fushigi Bana, which is like translated
frog
to
with bush.
Like translated to, it's strange, isn't it? That's literally what's translated to. I think it's strange, isn't it?
Fair enough.
I remember like Fushigi is strange, so yeah, I think it was like it's strange, isn't it? Pokemon naming, you know, gotta love it.
Yeah, so I actually do have bonus fact while we're talking about Pokemon names, and Pikachu, which is the Pokemon Pikachu is called Pikachu in every single country in the world apart from one. In Korea, it is called
Raichu.
In Korea, it is called Pikachu.
What?
There's the Pika, so Pika, CHYU, Pikachu.
Do you know what? We should make a gum and just call it Pikachu, but like CHEW. Pikachu.
It's got to exist. I'm looking at that. That's got to exist.
You'll have a shock when you taste this. Pikachu. Like the branding works, you know?
Well, interestingly enough, and here's another fun fact that I just remembered now.
This is a record.
I had a friend who works in New York City, and she found Pokemon gum flavored candy. So it would come in a little wrapping, and then inside would be one of the Pokemon, like an Espeon,
like a sticker.
Wrapping, and you take, like a sticker.
Oh my god! Then, I think I've had that before.
And the thing is, it'd be in the shape of a stick of gum, but it actually tasted like soda, and it was like a soda candy.
Yeah, I've had those. Yes. So there's a shop in London. I don't know whether it was a pop-up or whether it's permanently there near Covent Garden. But I've absolutely had some of those.
It's not the one in the corner, Leicester Street, is it?
It's near the. It's no, it's not.
Okay.
It's as you're walking towards the theatre that's now showing The Cursed Child. I forget the name of the theatre. Princess Theatre?
Yeah, it's Leicester Square. It's Leicester Square. I know exactly the shop you're talking about.
Yeah. But no, so when I was there, not only did I get some of that chewing gum, I got it was Solgaleo on the outside of mine. Sophie bought me a whole bunch of stuff, but also Pokemon Ramen that had little Pikachu in it, as well as the noodles and stuff. And like cola flavored stuff. Yeah, there was a whole range of things. But the coolest thing that was there were soda cans with like Mewtwo and Charmander and Bulbasaur They were actually they were full of sugar. Oh my gosh, there was so much sugar, but they were really nice.
I never bought them. My friend said he'll get me a case, and I was like, I'm good. I'm good, dude. Like I couldn't. I just couldn't.
No, I had them, and I put them up on my shelf for a while as decoration as well.
Yeah,
They were
designs
very
looking really nice. But yeah, that's it for Unknown Fact of the Week, and I guess it's towards the end of the show. Mecca, do you want to say anything?
I do have a question for you two. A random question that I'm a bit curious about and apologize.
Okay, go for it.
If you had to be a one-type trainer gym leader,
Oh, easy.
which type would it be and why?
Ice type.
Oh, that is not what I was expecting you to say.
It's either water or ice. Like
I was not expecting that.
Why? What would you pin me as?
I thought you were going to say fire without a moment's hesitation.
Oh no, do you know why? Okay, so water, because like a lot of my favorite Pokemon are water Pokemon. For example,
Sure.
Totodile, you've got Milotic, for example. You know, they're great Pokemon, right? Ice type, I've always liked ice types, and Glaceon's another one of my favorite Pokemon. And I'd always want to have a Totodile and a Glaceon in my team. So as a gym leader, I'd probably be like the third gym leader in your like journey, and yeah, I'd definitely have a Totodile, definitely have a Glaceon, you know, just chilling out with my Pokemons.
You know, just because you're like the water type doesn't mean you have to go third, right? Like Wallace is 8th.
No, but I mean, I'd probably be there, you know, helping out the intermediary trainers, you know, getting through their journey and whatnot, teaching them about battling and stuff like that, you know.
Oh,
Just having a good, because I can't realistically expect my Totodile to be like like in the 8th gym, you know. He'll probably not fare too well against like people's legendary Pokemon at that point and stuff like that.
Unless you're Ash, and then somehow your Totodile can take on anything.
I mean, Ash was a great trainer, and Ash's Totodile is like probably one of the main reasons why Totodile is my favorite, along with Pokemon Silver.
That's fair.
And the low ball as well. I love the low ball for that reason, I guess. But yeah, that's my pick. What about you, Amit?
I was toying between grass type and psychic type, but I think I'm going to go grass type.
Oh, I can see you as both, to be fair.
See, I like the psychic vibe, and I feel like I would have a lot of fun just like messing around in the gym and having really weird traps for people.
You'd be like Olympia, like trick rooming stuff up and just like all these weird strategies and stuff.
Oh yeah, my gym would definitely be a double battle. That's undoubted. But no, I've always liked grass types. Particularly like I think when I got into TCG as well, like I was really into grass type decks. And even though they weren't the most competitive, like I really liked grass type decks. And I think ever since then I've had an affinity for grass types. So I'd be a grass type dude.
Have you seen that meme of like Charizard spitting fire, Blastoise, you know, water out of its cannons, and then you've got Venusaur with its vine whips, and someone just captioned it, "I'm trying, guys. I'm trying." What about you, Mecca? What would you go for?
Represent.
So mine would actually be Dark, because my favorite Pokemon is Umbreon.
Okay. Yeah.
Nice.
So, but the thing is that what I actually did in Pokemon Sword and Shield to change it up was, once I got to a certain number of badges and everything like that, I actually changed my whole team up and just only put Dark and then like Dark dual types, and just became like a roving Dark gym trainer doing the Pokemon League challenge.
That's awesome.
There is only one other Dark type gym leader, so you got little company to compete with.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, and that was introduced in this series.
Yeah, Piers was. We talked about it. Piers was the first Dark type gym leader. I guess if you discount Nanu, because he's Dark type, but he's not a gym leader.
No, he's a trial captain, isn't he? So that's it. I do have some news for the podcast for next year. Is that we'll start to have guests on for our brand new show. Now, I'm not going to reveal the name just yet, but it'll be primarily talking to people about their experience with Pokemon, and just, you know, it's Pokemon's 25th anniversary next year, and I want to know what they want from the Pokemon Company for the 25th anniversary. So yeah, look forward to that next year. I've got a brilliant name. I'll WhatsApp it to you. I mean, I might actually have to get you to create something, because...
Oh, good. I'm glad that I'll be there. I didn't know for a second if I was invited.
I'm still toying with it after your treachery for this event, to be honest with you. But yeah,
That's all right. I'll make it up to you.
Yeah. So
dude, I helped you find a shiny Phalanx. You're forever in my debt.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed, is what they say.
Listen. Your disappointment I can live with, because that's a consistency in my life.
That's that's fair enough. Mecha, thank you very much for being on the show, and we'll definitely have you back on as a guest in the future. But for the people watching, listening, and whatever else they do with this podcast, where can they find you?
You can find. I was going to say, try to do the podcast one. Mackie, you go first.
Sorry.
So
I was
other
wrapping
Mecha
up.
that I never met before.
Well, you can find me on Twitter. I'm MechaShadow12 there. My username on gaming platforms, Instagram, is MechaShadow12. And when I did the whole streaming thing, I literally made sure everything was uniform. So anywhere there's a MechaShadow12, it's usually me.
And then, like when you play Among Us, he turns out to be the imposter. But thank you very much for coming on the show. And Amit, where can people find you?
You can find me by emailing PokeRamblePod@gmail.com.
And please email him. I mean, it's getting a bit lonely there now.
Someone email me.
And stop spamming us, please. Like, I had some guy be like, "We can get your analytics up." I'm like, "No, thank you. No, thank you." And yeah, you can find me at Simply Sassy Vids or at KamelH on Twitter. We recently had Blessing Adegoye Jr. on the show to talk about all things kind of funny 2020 and his plans for the future. So that was really fun. We do the not KFAF Photoshop challenge, which is a ton of fun. So yeah, Simply Sassy Vids on YouTube, on Twitter as well. KamelH on the Twitches, on the Twitters, on the YouTubes, but I don't know why you would go there. You would obviously want to search the PokeRamble Pod on YouTube and Spotify, or you can find us live, usually on the Sunday, sometimes on Monday, apparently. This is, I think, the third time in a row we've done this. But yeah,
Listen, if Jurgen Klopp is right about anything, let's blame Sky and BT Sport for the Premier League scheduling.
No, I don't blame them because you encouraged it. We all know this. But anyway, I'm going to end the stream here, but thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch you next week.
See you next week. Well, hang on. We won't be here 7:30 next week.
Will we not?
No, because we've got exactly the same thing, but inverse. Liverpool are playing at 4:30, and then Arsenal play at 7.
Do you know? I'm probably gonna do the podcast, and like I don't even care anymore. It's 7:15. We've got plenty of time if we do it at 6:30. That's fine.
Okay, we will see you at 6:30 GMT next week.
Cool. Sunday. See you later, Mecha. Thank you again, and goodbye.